outside walking, and I have to give you this view. Set the scene for this week's episode of the Attorney Cheat Code podcast. My name is Alicia Jones, and if this is your first time here, welcome. And if you're, then welcome back. So we're talking about freedom. That is what the cheat code is about. It's about building a firm around you that works around your life, the things that you want to do, the experiences that you want to have, and making sure that that firm grows and supports that vision and supports that lifestyle. So make sure to share this with an aspiring attorney or an attorney that's been in practice for 20, 30, 40 years, but they're still there 5, 6, 7 days a week. We can move that, we can change that. So that's why I am here. This week's episode, we're going to talk about 5 habits or 5 things that I let go of to experience this type of freedom. This right here. And no, it's not a holiday. It's just a regular week and a regular month. So I am glad that you are joining me today. So the first thing that we want to talk about is old mindsets, right? We got to talk about letting go of the old pricing models. I cannot tell you how many times I talk to a seasoned attorney, and I love y'all. I really do. You guys are our mentors. You are our rocks. You are the ones that have made it possible for us to enjoy the things that we enjoy. To some of us, hey, we worked for you for a moment in time even. Some of us have interned with you. We've done contract work with you. We've sat second chair on your cases. And the one thing that grieves my heart is that you guys are still doing all the things. And it makes me feel bad because I know that there is greater for you. So the first thing I want to talk about is letting go of old pricing models. When you think about your pricing model, when you think about your clients, you think about what your price was 5 years ago, that should not be your price now. And so the older attorneys that I speak to about this, they're like, oh yeah, I haven't raised my hourly rate in, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10 years because my clients, they really enjoy that, and that's what they expect when they come from me, and that's why they continue to come back. And hey, that's clutch. I get it. That's like a built-in referral system. But what it is not doing is not serving the vision for your family. It's not serving the vision for your life. And it's definitely not serving your staff. When you think about that, and I think about like the old stores that we love to go to, the old restaurants where we know the food is good, but you have to get past the entrance. They're not making any updates to the doors or the paint job or the chairs, but you're like, hey, but this place is good. That is the equivalent of your firm. Those places are like that because they are not making updates, because you can still go in there and get a carton of eggs for $3 or $4. And we already know in this day and age that is absolutely not normal. But we're okay with it, and we're okay with walking through a mess to get the cheap eggs, right? So I don't think, now you tell me, I don't think that's what you want your firm to be associated with, is cheap or off-brand or not as good as, because you have years of experience. And even if you don't want to go to the highest level and you don't want to max out your hourly because you don't want it to be cost prohibitive to a lot of your clients, you still need to assess what that looks like, because it is also putting additional pressure on your team. Because you're not charging what you should be charging, you're not able to invest in better staff, better systems, better integrations, better coaching, better trainings. You and your staff, your team, your family, that's who that is, your family in-house, are missing out on a lot because of your old pricing systems. So I know I'm challenging your thinking. I get it. I already hear you saying, hey, I've been doing this for 20 years and this is what works. But does it though? Are you living the life that you want to after practicing for 20 years? When you think back to your first year of practice, did you say to yourself, I'm going to stay in this thing until I die in the courthouse? Or did you say that you're going to build a firm or a brand that lives beyond you? Point number 1, we're going to let go of our old pricing models. All right, so point number two, along with letting go of our old pricing models, is letting go of clients that are no longer our ideal clients. The clients that we take because they were referred by an old client, the clients that we take because a friend said, hey, my friend needs help. But you know, you don't like those types of clients. You know that that is not the client that you want to serve. You know, based upon your experience, that the cases with these clients is stressful. It's so unnecessary stressful. And it's stressful for not just for you, but for your team. And when these clients come in, you're taking them as if you have to, but you don't. You don't have to service clients that you do not desire to serve. You have an avatar, a client avatar. You know who you want to serve. You know the price point that you want that client to be at. So you can either serve 1,000 of these clients that do not fit your client avatar. 1,000 of these clients are going to drain your energy. They're going to drain your team. Or you can say, you know what? This is my ideal client. This is the cost. This is the fee for that ideal client. And instead of 1,000, I'm going to serve 500 of these clients, and I'm going to get double the pay, a better client experience, a better experience for my team, because we are serving the people that we desire to serve. We are serving the clients that fit our client avatar. So think about that. What is your client avatar? And these old clients that you were taking just because, let that go. Let that go. Nobody's requiring that of you. Nobody's making you take those clients. And okay, again, sis, I hear you. You say, you know what? These are my people, right? I get it. There's some newer attorneys that you can refer those clients to that may have a lower hourly rate coming out that would love to have that experience. You don't have to take that. At 20 years, 15 years, 25, 30 years, you do not have to take all of those clients, especially when they're below your price point, especially when they don't fit the client avatar that you are going for in this year of your profession. So refer those out, help build someone else's firm, build someone else's confidence, and you can even coach it. Like, hey, I know I'm sending them to you, you know, that they're been in my client base. This is the grandchild of one of the other parents that I helped 10 years ago. That's fine. We get it. You want to keep your people, you know, but if they are not within your desired client avatar, they were not the type of client that you want to serve moving forward, then find a way to get them some help and refer them out. Of course, the other option is to do some pro bono matters. I think the mindset is different for us as attorneys when we know that we're doing the same work, but we don't expect to be paid. You know, we're going to do great work. We're going to put our all into it. But on the back end, I'm doing it pro bono because I know that you cannot afford my fees. You know, that type of thing is what has to happen. But you do not have to take these clients just because you've been doing it. That's an old mindset. Let that go. Let that go, sis. And speaking of old things that we're letting go, old team members that don't serve us, old team members that you know are not doing what they need to do, team members that you've had on your team just because they're there, team members that you feel like you have to check their work every time they send something out. They can't even send a cover letter to the court without you saying, hey, let me check that before you send that out, because you know that their work is not quality. And if that is your experience, if that is who you have on your team, they're draining you and they're draining your top performers. Think about that. Like you look at your team and you know the qualifications, you know what they need to be able to do. You've seen their work, you've experienced their growth or lack thereof, and maybe they've maxed out. And just because they've maxed out with you doesn't mean that they've maxed out everywhere. They can find employment, you know, some assistance somewhere else. If they're not able to be trained, then you want to give them the opportunity to find somewhere that they can be trained or that they can really feel like they're excelling at their level of expertise. But if you have people on your team that are not serving the firm in the way that they should, if you have people on your team that do not have the skill set that they need to have to help the firm be successful and help the firm reach certain goals and to help the firm reach the vision that you have set for your firm, they gotta go. They gotta go. They gotta go. I'm sorry. You know what? Sorry, not sorry. They gotta go. If you are here and you are not serving the firm, if you are here and you're not adding to the team, then you are absolutely draining. Those are the only two options. You're either adding to the bottom line, you're either adding to the energy and the growth of the firm, or you are taking away from it. So if that is the case, then you have to, again, let go of the old mindset of I got to keep these people on because they've been faithful to me and yada, yada, blah, blah. No, you absolutely do not. And no, I'm not saying kick them out the door the day before Christmas, but I am saying if they cannot be trained, if you've put the systems in place to make sure that they're successful and they still aren't, and they're still not giving you the freedom that you so desire and so deserve, then invite them to new opportunities at different firms. You don't have to be the one to suffer. I say it all the time. I got it from my homegirl and I love it. You don't have to set yourself on fire to keep other people warm. So make sure that if you have a team, and as you're building your team, and as you're thinking about the vision for your firm for this next year, that you're thinking for yourself, what is my ideal team member? Who do I need? What staff members do I need? How many staff members do I need to properly service our clients so that I can enjoy this? Right? So that I can enjoy the life that I want to enjoy, so that I can build the firm of my dreams to live the life of my dreams. Old mindsets, they keep us stuck. They keep us at the same level. And one of the mindsets that you have to let go of is number 4. You have to let go of the mindset of I can do it all myself. I will just do it all myself. I'll just do it. Yes, that's within your job description. Yes, that's what I paid you for. Yes, that's what I hired you for. But because I don't believe that you can do it, I'll do it myself. No. In this season, we are absolutely not doing that. We are not doing everything ourselves. We are not going to take on other people's work and pay them to not do the work. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. We're not doing that. We are going to set expectations. We're going to make sure that they are clear to our team, and we are going to free ourselves to do the things that are in our zone of genius, the things that build us up as firm owners, as senior attorneys, the things that we really, really love to do, the things that we're good at, the things that add to our energy versus zapping our energy. And if I have to take away from the time from my zone of genius, for the things that I want to do because you are not doing your job, or because I feel like I can just do all the things, no, I am not. I am not going to look at that letter and go ahead and draft the letter when I know that that's one of the things that is in your task list to do. And that is a mindset. And as a solo, because a lot of us, we started on our own, or maybe you started with one person, but you wanted to make sure, which is smart. You want to make sure that you understood every portion of your firm, that you could do, if everybody left you, that you could do everything in your firm yourself. That's great. But that mindset, does it serve you in this season? Does it serve you in the seasons moving forward? Did it serve you last season? If you think about the last fiscal year, the last calendar year for your firm, the mindset that you have now about doing it yourself, did that serve you? Did it give you the life that you wanted to have? Did you enjoy the life that you wanted to enjoy in this last season, in this last year? Can you look back and say, you know what, that was good. That's exactly what I want to do and continue to do 3, 5, 10, 15 years down the road. Yes, my firm can be sustained if I do things this way. And if you cannot honestly say yes, then that is a mindset that you need to let go of. That solo mindset is going to keep you trapped. You remember earlier when I was talking about those eggs and the doors are hanging off the hinges, the lights hardly work, the seats are torn up because they're not increasing prices. They're not increasing, although the cost of providing these things has increased. They're not increasing their prices because they want to stay maybe a family shop or stay in the neighborhood, whatever the case may be. That is what your firm is looking like. For the people that are coming in, they're seeing the tore up seats and they're having to get past that mentally because they know that you know what you're doing. Just the service is trash. The documents look like they've been created on a typewriter, that type of thing. So when we're thinking the solo mindset, it keeps us there. It keeps us stuck. And it keeps us in a firm that cannot live beyond us if we are doing everything in the firm. And that is a mindset that we have to let go of as we are continuing to move forward and press forward and live the life that we want and really set vision and make it plain to our team. We have to let go of that. So one thing I want you to think about is, so far we've done these 4 points and we're letting go of the old pricing models. We're letting go of clients that no longer serve us. We're letting go of team members that do not serve the firm. And we're letting go of the mindset of, I can do it all myself. And then number 5, we're letting go of the solo mindset. Keeps me at the place of, you know what? I don't really want to hire because I know how to do these things and I can keep my costs low if I don't hire too many people. If I just keep it all myself, I can pay myself a little bit more. Yes, I'm working 80 hours a week or 60 hours a week, 40 hours a week, but I'm enjoying the work from it, or I'm enjoying the money from it. No, I don't take vacation because I am doing all the things because I have that solo mindset. No, I'm not really enjoying the life that I want to. Yes, I'm missing the ballet recital, and yes, I'm missing all of these other opportunities. And no, I'm not taking trips and the birthday parties and the milestone birthday parties, because everybody's trying to take a trip for a milestone birthday party, and you're missing it because you have the solo mindset. I am here by myself. I am doing this by myself. I'm doing it on my own. And for some reason, you feel like that's how it has to be. But it absolutely does not. Let go of that mindset. Let go of the clients that don't serve you. Let go of the team members that don't serve you. Let go of the old pricing model. Let go of the mindset that you'll just do it yourself. Let go of the solo mindset so that you can move forward and experience the firm, the life that you so dreamed. Think back to when you first started. And what was that dream? Revisit that. That is our task for this week. I want you to just sit, take a moment, and think about where you were when you first started. What was that mindset? What did you think the firm would be like? What did you think your life would be like at this stage? And even if it's there, it should be further. Because if you could have thought about it then that means it was within your strength to do. But we are not supposed to operate just in our own strength. We operate in the strength of our Lord and Savior, right? So if we say, oh, okay, I'm going to get 5 clients and you get 5 clients, then that took no faith, that took no belief, that took no stretching. You saw how you could do it and you did it. Done. Okay, great. But where could you be if you stretched? Where could you be if you activated your faith? Where could you be if you tapped into God's supernatural power to increase where you are? Where could you be? Where could your firm be? What type of life could your associate attorney be experiencing? What type of life could your paralegals, your admin team, what type of life could they be experiencing if you tapped into who you really are, the vision that you have, and really planted your feet in there, just as my feet are planted in the sand right now. If you planted your feet there and you really believed and you really activated your faith, where could you be? And after you think about that, I want you to be real honest with yourself, a real come to Jesus moment. What are 3 things that you're holding on to that you feel like only you can do, that you shouldn't be, that you have taken back? Maybe you gave somebody something to do and you took it back like, oh, okay, I don't like the way you did that. So you never even trained. You never gave it back. What are those 3 things that are draining your energy, that are below your hourly rate, that do not require a bar card to do? What are those 3 things? And I want you to really be honest, write those things down and commit to, you know what, this next year, I'm not going to do that any longer. I'm going to build this firm that's going to serve me, that's going to serve my clients better. I'm going to look into my systems, my automations, my delegation, my integration, all the Asians. I am going to look into that, and I'm going to commit to doing the firm better so that I can experience the life that I want to experience. Maybe you don't want to be on the beach. Maybe this is not your jam, and that's fine. Maybe you want to go hiking. Maybe you want to lay in your bed and enjoy the mortgage. Maybe you want to be in your backyard. Maybe you want to visit your grandparents. Maybe you want to visit your aging parents. Maybe you want to visit sisters, brothers, friends, whatever. A solo backpacking trip in Spain, whatever it is. You can do that when you really are honest with yourself, when you set vision for yourself, You set vision for your firm, you communicate that to your team, and you stand 2 feet down and say, this is what we're doing this year. And if you are not meeting the expectations that have been set, then again, we're going to invite you to different opportunities at different firms because you no longer fit here. I believe in you, and I know that you can do it. And in December, we're going to do cheat code circles. So go ahead and sign up. There's a link below. Sign up to get on the wait list for the December cheat code circles. It is going to be an amazing opportunity for you to come together with like-minded attorneys, share ideas, and really build and have that momentum as you go into the new year. What are we going to do? What do you want to do? How do you want your firm to service clients? What does that money look like? Right? What does the bag look like? How much do you really want to make? Maybe you don't want to make $1 million, and that's fine. But are you hitting your numbers? Are you maxing out? Is your team feeling like they're being paid well so that they don't feel like they need to even look for another job? We're talking about all of that in December. So make sure that you sign up. I'm honored that you spent this time with me. And of course, I gotta go because there is beach to be had. There is sand to throw. There is water to dive into. So until the next episode, watch this one. This is going to help you out. Ciao.